see your smoker. Is that what you young people are calling it now?
Pardon me?
Never mind. So, Tom, you do know that if you were to hurt Chelsea in any way whatsoever...
Oh, don't worry, I understand. You'd all be after my hide.
Actually, I was going to warn you that Chelsea is pretty wild, in the feral sense, and she may just gut you and skin you herself.
Well, thanks for the warning, but not necessary. I always respect women. I'm the biggest respecter of women. And I know you must never get on the wrong side of a mother bear or her cubs, especially cubs handy with a knife as that one.
Yes, but you do realize that she is not your average bear, right? Yeah. So, this smoker that you were talking about, like an actual...
Yes.
Okay, good, because then you were... Oh, wait, I'm ready! This will be so much fun! So, Tom, do you like the bird? No! I'm not going anywhere, Thomas Garnet.
Mom! Mother! What are you doing here? And why are you dressed like that? It's not hunting season for months, and you hate hunting.
This isn't about me. What are you doing with this hussy?
You mean Esther?
No, you don't hit this hussy.
What the? Is a hussy?
This is worse than I thought.
Well, as much as we love to stay and chat, Mother, Chelsea and I are going out to look for Mr. Turnbull and Milky and Leona. Come on, Chelsea, let's go.
The nerve of him.
What are you doing here, Hortense? As regional director of our Crimson Cap chapter, I highly doubt it is in your job description to see where we go on vacation. We're not even wearing our hats.
This isn't about you. It's about my son, Tom. I only just learned that he's working at this den of antiquities. Don't you mean den of iniquity? Well, let's think about your group as a whole. But that doesn't matter. What matters is my son is filling me with shame. Our son just got his doctorate in physics. What's your son doing? Oh, he's working at a nudist resort. It's humiliating.
You know, Hortense, you know, kids are gonna be kids, and it's not always easy, but they seem to find their way, one way or another.
Yes. They don't seem to want to live their lives to please their parents. Not like we did. We were perfectly obedient as children, weren't we?
I was in my mother's dreams. So, Hortense, why are you dressed like Rambo hopped up on estrogen?
Well, this is how I infiltrated the camp. I mean, that would be the day I'd walk around in the middle of the day naked. And I'm certainly not giving them my money. Nudity is shameful and an affront to human dignity. But I had to try and reason with Tom. Let me guess, you shower in the dark too, don't you? Darn right I do, and I have the bruises to prove it. How did you know?
You know, Hortense, although we may not agree with walking around letting it all hang out, not everybody feels that way. What about live and let live?
Yes, you know, I have actually found myself in situations where I have been unencumbered by clothing and managed to enjoy myself. Quite a bit, actually. Well, enough of your twisted reminiscence. I just got it. How are we going to get poor Thomas away from that horrid girl? Horrid girl?
strap line in northern Alberta and hasn't a clue about boys. She's purer than ivory soap.
I'm so concerned about the effects on poor Thomas. Oh, I don't think we have to worry about poor Thomas. He's probably having the time of his life right about now.
No, you know what? I'm sure that Tom is just fine. But I am concerned about Millie and Leona. I think we should go look for them. And the restaurant. I am famished.
Well, didn't you bring any emergency rations? I mean, weren't you ever a girl guide? Always be prepared, I say. Stop it. Oh. Do you have a knife or some scissors I could use to open these packages? Always be prepared, eh? Sorry, I was drugged under the court for bad behavior. I kept eating all the cookies.
Never mind, Grace Hortense. Getting back to these emergency rations, what have you got? Oh, I have a nail file we can break into the packages with.
Not a whole lot. I got some trail mix with nuts and M&M's. Yes, that's the kind. And I got some really good Wilhox jerky. It's really good. You're trying to get hot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, oh, yes, and I got some graham cracker crumbs. In case you want to make a pie.
Why? Do you have graham cracker crumbs?
Well, they started out as graham crackers. Then I had to belly crawl my way to the outhouse to avoid being detected by that Mr. Turnbull, the manager. You saw Turnbull? When was that, Lieutenant? Not that we care or anything. Well, just before the flag went to half-mast. Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. We were pretty confident he was still alive. I mean, in good health.
Is there something you want to tell me?
No, I don't think so.
Hiya, ladies! Chelsea said you were looking for us. Looks like Mrs. Gorin's dressed up like a Caribbean.
Solo cup,
Maybe gone.
I fill you up. Let's have a party! Let's have a
For goodness sake, where were you? We were worried sick.
Did you bring any food? Oh, Hortense has food fit for actual emergencies.
Oh, no problem. We got some takeout from the restaurant. It's against the rules, but they really liked us. Well, I'm not surprised by your popularity. Look at the way you're dressed. Please, tell me you weren't walking around naked.
Okay. We weren't walking around naked.
I can't believe you just lied.
She asked. She even said, please.
More importantly, your shamelessness, where's the takeout? Oh, I left it on the picnic table in the breeze hay. We wanted to put our robes on before
man. She was the life of the party.
This is exactly the kind of atmosphere I don't want for my son Tom. Drinking and nudity and who knows what else.
Well, as a matter of fact, when we were at the bar, people were telling us what a fine young man Tom is. He doesn't even drink. I remember when I didn't drink. All those years, I'll never get him back.
Folks around here really appreciate Tom very much. They're mostly rich folks who hang out here all summer. Some of them tip Tom quite handsomely.
Did you know he makes almost 6 figures as the assistant manager? Apparently, Mr. Turnbull is a very generous, rich man for a deviant. They say he owns his whole life.
Oh, I don't suppose you have any left. I mean, I can't go to a restaurant full of naked men, let alone go naked myself. Oh, we saved you some. I was dying inside thinking about having to eat my birthday soup myself.
You know, to be honest, so was I. Eating in the noon presents certain challenges for us. A hot bowl of soup is just an accident waiting to happen, you know.
I pity the poor cook who has to fry the bacon naked.
I'm gonna have to pass on the takeout. I mean, I'm actually feeling a bit nauseous.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Hortense! Even you are naked in your clothes.
Oh, I'd rather you didn't remind me of that.
Hortense, did it ever occur to you that Tom's behavior is his way of rebelling against your extreme prudishness? Haranguing him won't help.
Maybe. Maybe you need to ask Tom what it is about a nudist resort that really appeals to him. You should try listening to, really listening. You know, it's good to try new things. It's better than maybe losing them forever. Ever.
Or I could just tell people that he died, saving a busload of children on his way to the bar exam. We can't measure our own worth by the actions of our children, Hortense.
Exactly. I have accused a Bay Street baker, but I still love him. I don't blame myself, of course. I'm proud of the example I set.
Is Chelsea with you?
Are you kidding me, Tom? Where the is Chelsea? Well, I see where Chelsea gets it from. Obviously bad genes.
Well, we were tracking Mr. Turnbull and we got separated and she did meet me at the designated spot. Oh, I feel just awful.
Well, thank goodness you were involved in any sort of... Oh, never mind. Obviously, Tom, she's just not that into you.
No, that's not true.
Forget about her. Just come home with me. We'll get you signed up for university. You can be anything you want, as long as it's a doctor, or a lawyer, maybe an engineer.
Oh, Mother, I can't live your dream. I have to live mine. I've always dreamed of meeting a girl just like Chelsea. And well, I'm going to find her right now.
Boy meets girl.
Yeah.
Boy loses girl. Boy tracks girl down like a wild animal.
Just a bit touching moment.
I know a man who was arrested for his touchy moment. Can't you see that Hortense is obviously very upset? I'm sure she could use some friends right about now. And besides, as regional director, she can have our chapter delisted.
I don't want your pity. I know what I've got to do. I'm going to shock that boy the only way I know how. If a shock doesn't dislodge him from this lifestyle, nothing will.
You're not gonna hurt yourself, are you, Hortense?
You know, maybe you better give me back that nail file.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Nothing like that. I'm going to go and look for my son. Naked. Not to show the error of his ways. See their parents naked. I'll get undressed in the breezeway so not to
Did Mrs. Hortense broom handle up the front garden and probably showers in the dark? Just say she was going to drop her drawers and flash her son to show him how wrong nudity is, or I just got hammered.
Yes and yes.
Neither Grace nor I have had a drop, and we think it's pretty loony, too.
It is kind of crazy, but just might work. Babe, excuse me. Hey, give me off my blur. Anyway, it is kind of crazy, but it just might work. Does anybody have a Pepto-Bismol or maybe a bar?
I really think you should go looking for Chelsea. I'm worried that she hasn't returned after she was separated from Tom.
You're afraid she may have caught up with Turnbull.
No, I'm afraid what she might do to Turnbull if he tries anything stupid. He's bound to make his hide into a spring jacket.
Get in there!
Oh, you got to leave her alone. Turnbull, you're looking well.
Yes! Last time we saw you, you were dead behind our couch.
could use a little nightcap about now.
I might have something in my purse.
Okay, out with it. Oh, do you want us to set Chelsea on
You say the word, Aggie, I'll show who the boss around here is.
I love that you got spot, Princess. Okay, you deserve the truth.
This better be good.
When I first came to your cabin, I was just trying to help these ladies out. I could see she was upset, and upset people don't have fun, and don't buy food and drinks, and don't give good ratings on TripAdvisor.
Some of us have managed to have fun despite our trauma.
But anyway, when I came back, the word that she was stuck here all week no matter what happened, and that's when I saw Chelsea. I was so overwhelmed I passed out.
Do you mean to tell me it wasn't me that you were looking at when you fainted like a fragile flower? That's the best news I've ever heard.
Shut up, Millie, for heaven's sake. It's not always about you, you know. You're not so wrong. I'm not your flower.
Because Chelsea is my daughter. I know it for a fact. I seen the pictures that your mama would send ever since she was a baby. I know she's anywhere, but I wasn't sure I was up to meeting my daughter face to face. That's why I ran away and hid.
But why did you try to contact me if what you say is true?
The reason I didn't contact you was that was how your mama wanted it. There's the phone, you can call her and ask her.
Oh, Chelsea, oh, thank goodness, you're okay. Oh, and you didn't kill Mr. Turnbull. Hopefully my job is still safe.
What? You mean seeing your mother naked didn't convince you that nudity was gross?
Seeing mother like made me realize how much she loved me. She took her clothes off to save me.
And then what happened? She convinced you to leave this place, didn't she? Tom, I know we haven't known each other long, but I know you're the one for me, and all we know how to play poker.
I'll tell you what happened. I'm actually a little embarrassed to say, but when I was out looking for Tom, I realized that I kind of like walking around without clothes on. People here don't stare or anything. It's like they're just people without a need to hide behind fabric.
Do you mean to tell me that the queen of crudity is embracing nudity?
I've seen everything. You haven't seen everything, Millie. I thought I should get dressed before I came back in, and I'm glad I did. That's that Turnbull man, isn't it?
You're Tom's mother. Well, I am pleased to make your acquaintance. You've done a wonderful job with that fine young man. I couldn't run the place without him.
Tom, this may come as a shock to you, but your boss is my father.
What? Well, Mr. Turnbull did say he worked in northern Alberta as a wilderness guide once, and he did say he had a daughter named Chelsea, but what are the odds?
Actually, Chelsea's a pretty common name. Look, we have one now. Even I have a niece named Chelsea. She can show you how to run an iPod, but she couldn't teach you much else. She doesn't have much in the way of marketable skills.
Let's take her.
Where are you taking me?
What's going to happen with this Chelsea now that her mama's laid up? She's not not quite ready to live in the big city just yet, I suspect.
Well, I don't exactly live in a big city, but I did offer to let her stay with me. There's still the problem of trying to socialize her to regular society. But she'll fit into our town about as well as Xena the Princess Warrior would, but I guess we'll manage the best we can, I suppose.
How's about this? I have a spare cabin that I save as backup. Chelsea can live in that and help out around the camp much the way that Tom does. She'd probably be more help here. We could use her skills around here more than you could there, wherever it is that you live.
Oh, well, then Tom and I could see each other every day. Auntie Grace, please let me stay.
Don't you worry. I won't let nothing bad happen to my little girl. She could even lead a class in wilderness survival. Oh, the people around here, they would eat that stuff up.
You know, Tom, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. And I can see that this girl makes you happy. I know you don't need my permission for anything you want to do in your life anymore, but nobody's coming.
Aw, thanks, Mom. But maybe Mr. Turnbull could relax the rules about the clothing just for this week to make things a little easier for you.
There's no need. I don't plan on staying.
What? How are you getting off the island? We were told there was no transportation until the weekend.
Well, how do you think I got here? I rented a boat. I have it tied up along on the beach a little away from the resort. But you know, there's room for all you ladies if you want to come back with me. I'll be sticking around till the end of the week to keep an eye on Chelsea in case she changes her mind about staying. Who knows, maybe she won't like running around bare butt naked all the time.
What is the big deal about wearing clothes anyways? Animals don't wear any. I only ever did because of bugs. What's the big deal about nudity anyways?
Looks like you still have some things to talk about, Grace.
No kidding. Anyways, and after that, I'll just be phone call away in case you need me, and I'll get here as fast as I can. Until then, I guess I'll just have to get used to running around naked as a jaybird until I leave.
Like the flasher who reconsiders retirement. I think I'm gonna stick it out for a while too. You ready?
Leona, are you going to stay?
Now that I'm used to the whole nudity thing, I don't want to waste the money that I spent on this vacation to not have any fun. How about it, Esther? Are you going to go all natural? Or are you going to back down from this challenge and go home with Hortense? Oops.
As leader of our little group, I guess I need to recognize when I'm in the minority. If you ladies are willing to stay, then I will too. Just think of all the laundry this will save us from doing. Ladies, let's take them off.
have been able to put this play on without her. So thank you, Chris. And if we could get our wonderful director, Madeline, to come up to the stage. Madeline was amazing. She's an amazing director. She was just amazing at rehearsals. She made them so enjoyable. And Calmar Parade players would absolutely not be the same without her.
They're a great bunch.
And of course, we want to recognize the man who, without this play, would not have taken place tonight. Chris, will you please come up to the stage? Any actor is only as good as the script they are given to work with, and we were so lucky to be given something so wonderful to work with. Chris, you put so much passion into everything you write, and I know I speak for everyone when I say it's an honor to bring your work to life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Drive home safe, everyone.